Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We're going to have some messy fun today. So, let's get the eyes. Who have we got? We've got Troublemaker Angie was here early. Don't know if she's still here. Hi, Vale. Hello, my marvellous Cookie Wookie. Oh, hi, Toby. Hi, Jenny. Goodness. Hi, Julia. So today we're going to play with fabric, and we are going to hopefully by the end of it have time to die cut it, depending on how dry it is. So I will show you how that. If not, we'll have to make another video. Oh, what a shame. Hi Pam. Hi Patty. Hi Cheryl. So first off, we're going to do some stamping on this fabric, and I'm just going to do some random fabric stamping, and I'm going to use an archival ink. So when we go back in with some color later, it's not going to bleed, fingers crossed. It won't bleed as we're going to use some. This is part of my use it or lose it Dilutions paint, which I've had sitting for years. It's never been used. We need to use some of that. So I've pulled out a whole heap of really bright colors. So if you want to play along, get some paint, get some stamps. I've got a couple of stamps out from my haul yesterday. So I'm going to use some of those just for some shapes and stuff. I'm also going to use some PM Artist Studio strippers, the small talk bits and pieces ones that they have here. So we're going to use some of those. I'm going to do a beachy one with this cherry blossom on some blue fabric later. That's a later thing. So I'm going to stencil some of that. Let's put that over there for a minute, out of the way. I've got some glitter pens. I've got some lace. You've seen me dye lace before, but we'll do some more of that if we get some time. What else is there? I think that's about all. I've got some Inktense blocks to play with. That's about it. I think we're ready to play. So this is some tags, and this is just a canvas type fabric that I have cut up in random pieces and stamped some shapes on with archival ink. And this is done with the distress ink because I didn't want a perfect picture. They're just good for layering. These are some tags with an eyelet that I've just stamped on, and I also did this with a distress ink, not archival, so to get that look. They can be just used as tags, dangles, parts of clusters. Hi Terry. So let's just start. Let's just start with some stamping on the fabric first. Don't roll off. So this is Dilutions. There's a number if you're interested. Would help if I wasn't all blurry, wouldn't it? Where's my thing? There's the number if you need it. Take a screenshot. Hi, Mariah. So let's just start making some marks, get some fabric stamped, and then we will come back and colour it somehow, and then we're going to do some stenciling. So I'm not going to put this on a block because I don't want perfect. I'm just going to stamp it. Maybe I should put it on a block and use the whole thing. If I can find a block that I haven't used as a palette. Hi Karen, how you doing? Alrighty, let's whack some on here. Alright, so I bought a whole bolt of this rubber-backed canvas stuff, so it's probably some sort of curtain material, at a repurposed store, and I got the whole bolt for $5, and there's probably about 20-30 meters on that. So I've got lots and lots and lots. So let's do a couple of strips of stamping, then I'm going to colour some and come back in over the top with some stamps and stencils. It was a bargain find, and it stamps beautifully. Like, you can get some really cool effects. And I got this haul yesterday at the thrift store, which was amazing. A whole bag of these Dilution stamps and Dina Wakley stamps and a whole lot of different stuff. A whole bag of stuff for $10, which was very, very cool. Hi, Steph. Hi, Brenda. This is just an archival. This is close to my heart, Inktense black that I'm using, but you can use the Ranger archival. Really like this stamp. It's very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Oops, folded, never mind, don't care. Okay, so I'll come back to that one in a minute and we'll do some colouring. Yes, they are. Yep, they're the ones that I got yesterday. Okay, just cut these a bit smaller. Make sure I've got the right side. So one side of this is, it's not really rubbery, it's like a felt, almost velour on one side and canvas on the other. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Gray. Should have had this prepped, but you know me, I don't do the whole prepping thing very often. I thought I was really prepped, but I had a chunk of fabric instead of strips of fabric. Alrighty, so let us put some paint down. I'm just going to do probably stripes this way, random stripes of colour. Is this even still? Use it or lose it. Okay, there may be a change of plan here because obviously I didn't use it. I don't want this to be perfect, I just want it on there. And you're going to be shocked and horrified that I will probably stamp into a different colour with the same sponge because I only have 2 sponges. Maybe we should stamp off a little bit. Yeah, it's a pretty cool sound. I'm not into the whole ASMR scene. It actually really quite annoys me, but there is just something about the sound of ripping fabric. Okay, where's my paper towel? Locked myself into a corner again. And yes, I will use the paper towel as well. Yep, it annoys me. It annoys me. Let's go orange. Let's hope it's not dry. Well, that's dry. And that's dry. Bastard. This is why we use it or lose it, people. I will still use this. I'll drop the whole pot into some water and dye some fabric or lace with it. Yep. Well, at least I'm going to have space on my shelf because hi Eddie. No, that's good too. Do we have any colours other than pink? Why is pink the survivor? None of those are. All right, you go in a box. Change of plan. I'll be back in a sec. Go get more paint. Hopefully paint that's got paint in it. Green, yellow, pink. Goodness. Let's try the distress things. Another one that I haven't used for ages. So they could be stuffed as well. All right. Take two. Take two. Look, these haven't even been used. Not been used. At least they're not dry. Use it or lose it, people. See, these are about 12 bucks a pop, and I've got about 30 colours, 25 colours of these. One out of that half a dozen that I just chose is dry because I haven't used it. Makes you feel vicious and hypersensitive. Yeah, it's the same for me. Can't do it. Someone comes on to their screen, the first 2 minutes of them going like this, I'm out. I do that when I tap my fingers when I'm trying to decide on something, but I'm very annoyed about those paints though. So obviously they don't have a very long shelf life, which is a bit upsetting. It's not as if you could use all of that paint in a couple of weeks, but then don't have it sitting for a month either. All right, green. Still never been used. Let me smell it for you. No, it still smells like paint, so no, it hasn't gone stinky. Just let me make sure that that is a, yeah, see that's hard. It just smells like paint. One thing I have found with these paint daubers is that sponge is going to go dry and hard. It's not going to stay subtle. So I think that was a big mistake on their behalf. Maybe I can go out and take the lid off and wash them later. Right now, don't have time for that. Come on, you can do it. Hi, Eva. Hi, Zip. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a fabulous day. Trust the process. It's all about the layers. What else have we got? Seedless preserves. Seedless preserves does not want to come out. There you go. Just needed some force. Come on. Okay. Today is Thursday for us here, but it's Wednesday night for you guys. Thursday morning here. Hi, Lizanne. Hi, Carol. Hi, anybody else that I missed while I was grumbling about dry paint? Okay. I'll take those out and wash them later. Let's dry it. Hi, Tina. Naughty, Eva. Naughty. Angela. Who did I miss? Suzanne, Eva. Yeah. Oh, great. The plumbers are putting in a new pump out the back here. They're going to be noisy. So excuse any noise. Banging, thumping. It's not me. There's a big machinery out there. All right. So, okay, get rid of this for a minute. Still a little wet. So we can come in with, I think I'm going to do some Inktense on here. So we can, I'll just get this out of the way because I'm going to spray some water. Do we want to? So Inktense blocks you can use in a variety of ways. So this is just, as you can see, I'm just adding it to the water that's on my thing, on my glass mat, and then we can go in and just color. And because we stamped with the archival, it is not smudging, smearing, or moving with the ink. Okay. You can draw on dry surfaces, add water to it. You can leave it dry. It's a pigment that has multi-uses. It's one of my favorite colors. When I get space enough to do some silk painting, I'm going to do some of that on a Wednesday night, Thursday as well, because I love the way you can paint on silk with it, wet on wet. I'm working with a lot of really bright colors because one, I really like bright colors, but it's a lot easier to show a technique when you're using bright colors. I'm going to do a grungy botanical one as well. I was having trouble finding my leaf stamp. Man, words are hard. Hi, Ed, Casey. Hey. We need a yellow. We need a yellow. Oh, how about an orange? Orange would be good. Well, that's just gross, Casey. Much rather be crafting, but then we need money to craft. It's not free. All right, let's get rid of that orange that's on there. Put that over there. Just pushing it into the background. So it soaks into the fabric. It's a little resistant for some reason. Did I say fabric sale? I didn't say fabric sale. I got the big bolt of fabric on sale, which is good. Okay. We can dry these as well. Dry them upside down. They might stop curling a little bit. What sound? It's nearly dry. So this is the way, I wish I had some that I used to make fabric jewelry out of this technique. Cut shapes, pop them in a bezel and resin them. But I haven't even got a piece that I've made, and that was before I was doing YouTube. So hi, Betty. All right, let's do some stenciling on this one. Now, I'm going to do some tidbits from PM Artist Studio. I think we want a couple of different shapes. What shapes do we want? I think those three will be good. I don't know what they're called. Sorry, Mariah might know what they're called. I don't. Now, if I can just find my... There it is. Yeah, so I'm going to stencil it with some glitter gel. I've never done this. This may be a big mistake, but we're going to try anyway. I have stenciled with metallics before on fabric. I've never done it with the glitter gel, but we're gonna go and have a go. Just got out of the shower. I used inktence sticks to paint the fabric with. I just sprayed it on my water on my table, rubbed the stick around and dragged the fabric through. This one is Distress paint, which I've just dabbed on dry fabric. There you go. Mariah will tell you all about it because I suck at that side of things. I just like making a mess. Okay, let's do this. Wish I had some coloured gel stuff, but I only have clear, but that's okay. Because, you know, it would help if I had a spatula that actually fit in the pot. I hate plastic spatulas. No, let me find my metal one. I don't like plastic ones. Alrighty, let's do some stenciling. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. What was I nervous about? It's just beautiful. This is going to die cut gorgeous. I can tell. I can tell you now. I think I'm going to die cut some feathers and some leaves. I want to do the neutral colours, the greens and browns. Come out, come out. Well, that's just special. I like that. Look at that. Let's do the other side and then fill the centre with the aqueous. Was that what's it called? I'm not even going to try. Not even going to try. And I will be taking these straight to the laundry and washing them off because this stuff is sticky and it makes lumps when it dries. You don't want that stuck on your stencils. If it was paint, it wouldn't get washed, I can assure you. Well, that's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to do something different in the centre. Where's my other bit? I think I might do some gold. Gold. Let's see what I've got. What have I got up here? I have got nothing prepared. Lumiere, solar paste, lunar paste. Let's do some lunar paste. Let's drop the lunar paste. That needs resin drying, grit paste, crackle paste. No, let's do lunar paste. So this is going to give you a whole different look because it is a little more opaque. Loving that. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Tell when I'm concentrating because I get quiet. And it's usually only if I'm concentrating or pissed off. And I'm not pissed off, so we're safe. We're good. Hi, Bill. Isn't it beautiful? It's just so cool. When it dries, I will go through the center of both of them with the bubbly one, which is called what? Aqueous or something. Aqua bits. Bubbles. I'm so professional. All right. You need to let me go wash these quickly. Just check out this beautifulness while you're waiting for me. Okay, that's about as adulty as I get today. Actually washing my stencils. Yay me. Look at me being adulty. Forget, if you want these stencils, go to PM Artist Studio. Get your own, because you can't have mine. I know, right? Not like me at all. Okay, so let's give it some drying. Okay, Cheryl, have fun, have nice pie. Oh, did you get in trouble? It's not like our sweet Rose to say things like that. I don't dry. Stick your finger in that because it's still sticky. That's going to take forever, so I'm going to stick it over here behind me. As soon as I find something to put it on. So I'll move my trimmer, put my board up here. I just made myself another bench. We will come back to that one shortly. Don't call me shortly. Let me just get my gel pens and my metallic pens for a moment. While we do some experimenting. Brown chicken, brown cow. What? I don't understand. Probably I don't want to understand. Okay. This is still not dry, but I want to try colouring it well, that looks like poo, not gold. Room full of paper and I can't find anything to write on. Oh, it's gold. It's gold. It's gold. It's not golding very well on the fabric, but that's okay. Is it something that I can play on speaker in the doctor's waiting room, Eddie? Just so I know when I can play it and when I can't. Okay, so this pen is not good to colour on dampish fabric. Noted. lucky I've got gold paint. Probably not. Okay, noted. Hi, Alan. Okay, so metallic gel pen works a little bit better for colouring. I don't want to do all the circles, I just want to do random ones. So yes, that works a little better. A little more opaque, doesn't show the lines through. Okay, and this is a Spectrum Noir. Spectrum Noir paint pen. Let's see how that does. Okay, goes on the fabric better, also very opaque. Also doesn't show metallic on fabric. So far the gel pen is probably the best one. That's a Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll metallic gel pen. And let's do some gold paint. Just to see how gold it is. Thanks, Eddie. We'll listen to it later when I can't get arrested, apparently. Who brought their fabric and their paints along and wants to come play with me? That's pretty cool. That's a cool. So the gold painty pen comes out not very gold, more bronzy and not very metallic. That doesn't want to play at all. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. Okay, so as experiments go, it's nice to know what will show up. This fabric is still damp, so I wanted to see what would bleed when colouring and what doesn't, and none of them except this metallic pen, the Spectrum Noir, has bled. the paint pen and the Jelly Roll gel metallic pencil pen has not bled, but the Spectrum Noir metallic antique pearl pen has bled. All right, let's have a look at this stuff that has not been wet or coloured. I want to... What do I want to do with this? I actually want to do the green leafy one, but I want to do something with this and I don't know what. I don't know what. Let's put... Where's all my paintbrushes gone? I'm sorry, I put paintbrushes out. Not the right ones. I just have to use this extra long one. Why do they make extra long paintbrushes? I do not know. I like the effect that the Inktense gives you when you use it on damp fabric, not dry fabric, more than... I need a shorter brush. Because that one's too fluffy. That's better. That's better. Hi, Ray. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, we don't do daylight savings here in Queensland. So if you're daylight saving, we're an hour early. Hey, Flo. It's a more controlled colour using it on dry fabric. when I come back and do the silk painting, I will show you how it looks on wet on wet. It's very pretty. Can someone go over there behind me and find my leaf stamps? Because I have no idea where they are. All I know is they're over there. Hi, Jill. How you doing? Now, most of these pieces that I'm doing now are going to be made into jewellery. They will be book jewellery, people wearing jewellery. I will cut them, place them in a bezel and resin them. So they will be a little bit funky. Okay, that's all I want to do on that piece. So there it is. So it's with Inktense block and a little bit of water, stamped with archival ink on canvas. Next. I want to find my leaf stamp. Give me one memento. We have everything but a leaf stamp. That's not right. Oh. I'll use a bit of this one. So this is comes with its own stamp block, which is very cool. Stamp is anonymous. It's a Timmy stamp. We don't do Timmys very often, but these were freebies. So it is Botanical Sketch. There's the number. We all know how I feel about Timmy's prices. They're too much for me. Again with archival ink. We stamp first and then we will colour it. Guess what? Stamped on the wrong side. Darn it. Stamped on the felt side. And it doesn't work. Get out of my way. That's a bit better. Still not perfect. I wonder if I go and get the archival stamp, the Ranger one, if it'll give me a better stamp. Stamp's great on the glass. Thank you very much. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. I need to find a better one. Do some scribbly stamps and get the archival. Let's see if this works a bit better. That may need re-inking. Possibly. Has its place. It has its place being faded like that, but I want a really crisp image. A crisper image, not... Oops. This is Dina Wakley Scribbly Flowers. Don't know, maybe. Stamp blocks. I've got to stop using my stamp blocks for pellets and start using pellets for pellets. Because I don't have any. Oh well, we'll just have to use the dirty palette one. We're not after perfection here. Can't even see the stamp. Okay, let's have a look. That's a better image. Oh no, I've broken a fingernail. That's it. I have to stop the video and go to my manicurist. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Includes nails? Right, got it. Look at all this use it or lose it's happening. It's not even use it or lose it night. I didn't go anywhere, I just got grumpy. Just got a little bit grumpy. Okay. So now I'm going to do some smushing. Let's get rid of some of this stuff out of here. Out of the way. I'm going to smush that one too. Might smush that one too. Put that up there to dry. Oh, I was having all sorts of issues with the internet last week, yeah. But I was only sort of off for 1 or 2 lives. So I'm going to do some smushing on there. Then I'm going to do a big piece with the big blue piece with the stencil. So we want browns and greens. We want forest moss, crushed olive, turning space for my rotary holder thing here because I can't turn it. Let's go tea dye, bit of hickory smoke. Let's go some oxides of fossilized amber and gather twigs. Okay. So I am just going to pop some down. Yes, I'm mixing my inks. Yes, I am. Don't try to stop me. And we want a little bit of hickory smoke, not much. And yes, We are making a mess. Righto, where did I put the bits I wanted to colour? All right, so let's wet this first because it doesn't want to play dry. And these we will die cut into leaf and feather shapes to make jewellery with. Put that up there to dry. Finger painting, yes. I know, right? Living on the edge. Because I didn't wet this first. A little bit of water goes a long way. Okay, we want greener. All right. Yeah, that's cool. You can tell where I didn't wet the canvas. All right, now I want to do a really dark one with some walnut crystals. That's the Tsukiniko walnut ink crystals. Little goes a long way with those crystals, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, rich colour. Wet the canvas first. How many times do I have to tell you? Wet the canvas first. Look at that grunge. It is very, very... How many times? Wet the canvas first. Goodness. I don't know what I'm going to do with you guys. Just don't listen. Oh crap, I forgot I'm going out for dinner tonight. I hope this comes off my hands. Okay. Wet the canvas first, Diane. A lot of these I'm just going to make leaves and stuff out of to make dangles. But I'm also going to do a forest floor range of jewelry next year. So I'm going to be just making components for that. You'll have to wait and see. Okay. So I will be dyeing a shitload of this stuff to do that with my fancy gloves. It's best people get to know me straight off the bat. This is new people we're going out for dinner with. So this is me. Paint on my clothes, paint on my hands. Sometimes my hands look like I've been smoking in the gutter for 70 years. It's just a fact of life. All right, when they dry, I can stamp some feathers and leaves on it. I am going to mop this up with some paper towel, which I will use. See, these crystals keep on giving. Usually I would just keep going all day using that amount of crystals, but you don't want to see me do that all day. Let's whack some lace on here because I've got some lace sitting here. Let's do some. I'm going to have to put gloves on to do this because I need to get in there. Probably something like, no, shutting the gate after the horse is bolted type thing, but hey, let's just not get any worse. Well, you know, that old man that everybody knows that comes in, he's been smoking rollies all his life and his fingers are yellow and to match his walls and ceiling and his favourite recliner. You know that colour? Absolutely, they do look good. Okay. Wet it. May as well do the whole thing. Seems I've got a lot of it. Why is my water bottle just randomly not going to work? Right in the middle of everything. Why? And I think this needs another colour. Let's just get a re-ink out. Drop some in. Here's a drawer full of re-inkers. If only I could find them. No, that's alcohol ink. We don't want alcohol ink. That's stickles. We don't want stickles. We want, I think it would look nice with a bit of blue. Oh, that's not blue. That would be clover. And that would be alcohol ink. And I didn't want alcohol ink, but we'll use it up anyway. Goodness. One day things will go to plan. Okay, you can go up there to dry. No, I can't promise that because things never go to plan. Never, ever, ever. Okay, we need to get rid of that layer. Beautiful. Up there to dry. Oh my goodness, this is going to come off, isn't it? It's going to come off. Where's my piece of blue fabric? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Stop looking. Maybe I should have cut a piece of this while I was waiting, instead of dipping my hands in stuff that shouldn't have been dipped in. Where's my scissors? Found them. Stop looking. So I'm going to do this, and these are going to be covers for notebooks. So let's just do a couple of pieces, just little notebooks, of course. And I want some pink paint. I think I'll use the daubers for this. And I want some white as well. So let's find some white. White paint. going to use, I'm not going to use the sponge in there. I'm going to use the sponge over here. So let's put it out on, yeah, well, maybe not that one because that's not good. Use it or lose it. In the box, dyeing paper. This one hasn't even been opened. See, why do I have this stuff on my shelf and I haven't even used it? What's for dinner tonight? I'm going out for dinner, so I don't know till I see the menu. Probably a chicken schnitzel, maybe, because I had steak for dinner last night, so I don't know. It's a new chef at the Bowls Club, so we're going down there to check him out. And I still need to find white paint. White paint. That would be primer. We don't want primer, we want paint. White paint. Gesso, gesso, gesso. If you could see the amount of paint that I have here and the lack of titanium white would boggle your mind. I have so much paint. So much paint. That was probably too much paint. That's okay. All right, another PM Artist Studio. Oh, hang on. What did I do with it? Where is it? Here it is. Stop looking. Okay, we're going to use this one, which is Cherry Blossom Assortment Stencil. Schnitzel, yeah, chicken schnitzel. Chicken. This chef is known for the site. He makes, like, the chicken schnitzels are half a chicken basically, and when I buy one that comes out in a plate like this, I can eat probably a quarter of it if I try really hard, and the rest comes home for sandwiches and salads for the next couple of days. Okay, I should be able to do this with, let's use this one for the pink. It is beautiful. We need more pink. Let's open the pink. It's 11 a.m. there now. Yeah, it's 11:42 here now. Close. Correct, you're close. Stay down. All right, you want white. I have a, well, that was dumb. Oh well, I want a green in there anyway, so fine, you go in there. I've got a white dress that I bought for my wedding that ended up being too wintry, maybe. It was a boho design, cheeseclothy, cotton layered, beautiful dress, big bell arms and all that sort of stuff, with a lace embroidery on it, and I didn't end up wearing it, but it's sat in my wardrobe for ages and it started to yellow. So I'm going to do this to that dress, to said dress. It's the same time for me. It's your time that's changed. So it's still 10 a.m. here, start time. So it's your time that has changed because of daylight savings. So I need white. That's too green. I need white. Do I have another sponge? One of these sponges. That'll do. So, in answer to your question, Maddie, no, my time has not changed. Yours has. So I will do a before and after of said dress. I will, I'm going to paint the whole thing very, very summery. Using PMR Studio stencils and a couple of other stencils that I have. And I might even stamp over the top of it once it's finished and dry. Yeah, we don't have daylight savings here in Queensland. It's been an ongoing feud with the rest of the Queenslanders as to why can't we have daylight savings too, but the farmers say, no, our cows will fade and the curtains will get confused or some such thing. All right, that's enough. Stop dabbing. Let's have a look what we've got. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I was fat back then, Maddie, and I'm still fat, so it'll fit. I've got to go whack this in the sink. I will only be a sec. Oh my goodness, I love this. Let's zoom in. You need to see this up close. Zoom in. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? It's so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that. I love it. Oh, we've got another negative space here that we can make room on my makeshift shelf for this piece. Isn't it gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. Well, that ain't coming off. It's on there. Okay. Yeah, well, they're only going to be notebook covers, so I could spray it with a spray sealer and normal, like the Kemar Krylon Kemar. I can spray over the top if I wanted to, but nah, I'm just going to cover them. Hopefully the people who buy the little notebooks won't go swimming with them. No. Nope. As is. Let's get some of this book page. Craft an inch. Unzoom. Mariah went to bed and didn't even get to see the finished pull for that. That's not going to work. We're just going to wipe it up because it doesn't want to play anymore. another stencil. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Got to sneeze. These are all homemade stencils. Where's my big feather one? Not in there, obviously. That's cute. Don't know where my feather one is. Feathers. This one will do. Let's get rid of this paint. Hi, Cal. Woohoo! Yay, way to go, Pam. Hi, Yolande. If you're wondering what the hell she's talking about my DVD case storage, which looks like this. Let me get a picture. Dun, 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 dun. Why have I got 100 messages? Why? So these are autofocus off. This is the storage that sits in front of me, and I've got a 60-inch DVD on its side on top of my shelves, and then I've got another DVD case sitting on top of that with stuff in it, which they're only 5 inches deep. Makes for great storage. You don't lose stuff. You can see right to the back. Have all your handy stuff handy instead of having to go back all the time. So if you see them, buy them. They're great storage. Fix your focus. I did fix my focus. Man, so bossy. Sorry. Sorry. Very sorry. Sorry. I had to turn autofocus off to get the close-up in, and I forgot to turn it back. I'm so sorry. Use up all the paint. I am stenciling on fabric. So I just did this one. Isn't it gorgeous? Now I'm just using up the paint. Dun, 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 dun. It's just gorgeous. So pretty. They're going to make great journal covers, little booklet covers. Man, I'm running out of space to dry stuff. It's going to have to go on the dining room table soon. Okay, that's enough for stenciling, and I had something else in mind to do today. Now I've forgotten what it was. Going to do some of those little... Let me stick this in my sink. That is Creative blah blah is the titanium white. Creative PL. The pinks and greens were just distress paint. I'm just trying to get rid of all of this old paint. This is what I'm going to be doing all weekend. Using up all my paint because I've just thrown out 10 jars of this that have never even been used because they went hard. But now I have loads of space to put more paint that I'll never use. Nope, nope. This is the year of using it or losing it. Righto, drive carefully. Have fun with your new CD case, DVD case. Okay, so hopefully this stuff dries so I can actually show you. Otherwise, we're going to have to come back and finish this off another day. Okay. Let's have a recap of what we've done and see what we've got left to do. So this was stamped on that canvas, and then we've used the Zig Gold oil-based, which came out brown and not very metallic. Then we used the Spectrum Noir metallic paper, which did come out metallic-y in the end, which was good. And then we used gold paint, which is just, I think we've got golden interference gold, something or other. Fine, one of those, which came out. So that's stamped. And when it was dry, before we put the metallics on, we used paint, watered down paint. Same as this one. We haven't painted any. As soon as I find my leaf dyes, I'll be able to do the leaf ones, because we just did this with oxide sprays. These are still wet. Oxide and distress inks to colour these stamped images, and we will die cut these, especially the blank ones. Die cut them into leaf shapes. This was Inktense blocks colour on the stamped fabric, which was pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. All of those will need to dry. Then we did this, the sponging of the colour in stripes, and then we used the Stickles glitter gel through the Tidbits stencil, the chevron one, which turned out fabulously. So yes, we are sparkling our fabric, and it hasn't gone stiff. It's still pliable, flexible, however you want to do it. And the other one was stenciled with Luna paste. That has gone a little stiffer, but still very, very pliable. I'm going to do bigger ones of these, and they will become notebook covers as well. So very cool. Very cool indeed. I think that's all. That's all we did, wasn't it? We dyed some lace with the leftover inks. Love those. Love those. I'm going to do way more of those. And then, of course, we did the fabric. 2 pieces of fabric that we stenciled. And I can't tell you how cool these are up close. They are so cool up close. They're like batik almost. Oh, that was just using 3 colours, pink, white and green. Very, very cool. Love it, love it, love it. And I've got paint all over my remote control, of course. I love this stamp set. I am glad it came in my, there's the colour, in my $10 bag. It was $30. Very cool indeed. Yeah, the stenciled ones turned out fabric. Fabric. They turned out fabric. Did you know that? Fabulously. I'm going to do a lot more of that. Yeah, that's just a scrap of aqua fabric. Just changes the tone. Cotton. You can often pick up pieces at the thrift store here for $2, and that's what that is. And I said I've got the whole roll of that creamy coloured canvas. So I'm going to put these up to dry. I'm going to show those who weren't here last night my haul from the thrift store yesterday that cost me $10, which included this stamp set and this stamp set, which is $28, $35 worth just there. We worked out that we got about $400, nearly $500 worth of stuff, $10 yesterday. So I was very impressed. Where's my... So let's do the little repeat of the thrift haul. Molly, you're right in the way there, darling. Right in the way. Like you couldn't go a foot to the left or the right. You had to go right in the centre. Thank you very much. Absolutely great score. Let's see if I can get this up here. So I got this one, which was priced at $29.65. Never been used. Alphabet. Absolutely it is. This one, obviously never been used, and that was $30 as well. I ended up actually getting 2 of those, so one of those is going in the D-stash to somebody. This one, well, these have never been used. Never ever been used. Heartfelt Creations one. It's all lovey-dovey. Probably not be used by me. But this was the whole bag. Like, I just took the whole bag. This is a Spellbinders Band-Aid with a heart on it. Get well soon. Die and stamp set. Another $28.95. Feet in the Water. Art stamp made in France. Never been used. Another art stamp. An All in Create stamp. Good night, Eddie. Dina Wakely, Alphabet. Studio Light. Got something about cats on there. And that's another Studio Light one. That's that one. Some hot off the press transfer sheets. I don't know what those are for. I'm going to have to Google it. A perfect cloth, apparently. This was hilarious. Some swivel knife blade refills, which I do not own the swivel knife for. Maybe I need a swivel knife in my life. There's a geometric resin mold for jewelry. Yep, $10 for this whole bag. A Seven Gypsies. No idea. It's plastic. It's spongy. It's weird and wonderful. Whatever. Some baby bottle Brad. No, not Brad's. Eyelets. Another stamp set. All in Create. It's got squiggly, stitchy bits. Creativity involves breaking the rules. Yes, it does. Another stamp from Paper Smooches. It's a Halloween one. Thugs and Kisses. No, Thugs and Hisses. Open if you dare. Have a beautiful day. Some leaf and bead trim. An anti-static thing for your obviously it says clay on there, so I'm presuming it's for embossing and resin and all that sort of stuff. A set of foamies, which was originally $18.62, and this bag of bits and pieces, which most of it's going in the D-stash. I won't use. Got some stamps. Got some of this plastic film that you can die cut and stuff. It's got sticker sheets. Some of it may get used. Most of it won't. There's a lot of wedding dimensional stuff in there. I probably won't use. And then there's two of these. Two, I tell you. Art stamp, extra, extra large. Extra, extra large art stamps. There's two of them in there. And they were originally $45 each. $45 each. So that was my $10. So they were having a half price sale. Everything together came to $40. So it came down to $20. And then the Boss, I'd just taken out 2 carfuls of stuff to them from a friend's garage sale. And the Boss came out and said, whatever her total is, halve it again. So I got the whole bag for $10. Not that I needed all these stamps. So I will be passing on some of these bargains to some lucky happy mailers. And that is for, I'm just going to, Molly, get out of the way, please. So these are the little notebooks that I'm making for my market stall, which was booked for the 13th of December, and now I have to cancel because my poor darling husband is actually going into hospital for surgery. So these are the little notebooks, and this is what I'm going to use that fabric for, the covers of these little notebooks. And similar ones. They won't all be cinch ones, they'll be other hand stitch type ones. You're welcome, Alan. You're welcome. There's always a different way to use things. So that's that. Yeah, he's been waiting a while for this surgery, so this is some more stamp stuff. So this is using the archival ink on most of these, and I've just torn them into, I've stamped a whole piece, torn them into little bits, and they will go on clusters. So these are all canvas. These ones are stitched and have a little eyelet in them. This is a different sort of canvas, and this is stamped with not archival. This is just distress, these ones. And then this is a different sort of linen again. This was an upholstery linen, and I used archival for that and just did some leaves and berries and stuff, and a few numbers, a few bugs. So yeah, good for clusters. Use your fabric scraps up. That's it. That's all I've got for you today. I think I've made a huge enough mess here and I can't find anything else. Everything's lost and piled. So watercolor pencils. So those, these ones were the Inktense blocks, dyed with those. I put it on my glass mat in a pool of water, stuck my little Inktense block into it, swirled it around, and then dipped these into it. So that's Inktense. The others were paint daubers and ink smushing. There you go. Thank you everyone for popping in and sharing my chaos as usual. I hope you got a few bits of inspiration out of some of that stuff. I inspired myself, so I am absolutely loving these. These are going to make beautiful covers. Beautiful. And I will show you the dress when I finish the dress eventually. It won't be for a couple of weeks. Probably won't be till January now after hubby's surgery. So thanks, Mo, for all your fabulous work. Thank you everyone for hanging with me. It's a pleasure hanging with you guys as usual. And I will see you all tomorrow for Use It and Lose It. And that will be Cheryl, I think, is on tomorrow from... No, it is... No, we've had Cheryl, we've had Tonda. Maybe Debbie? No, we did... No. ever. It's ever. And we're doing mini books out of scraps is what we're doing. I knew I'd find it eventually. I just hadn't ticked all the boxes. Ever. Mini books out of scraps. So bring your scrap paper along and we're going to make mini books. I need to tidy up this crap so I can get enough room to make tiny books out of scraps. All right, thanks everyone. Love you all. And I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.